What's up, guys? Just waiting for some guys to come in. Just chill out.
Yeah,
We have cool bikes.
just testing. Yeah, we are live.
All right, yeah, we're just chilling for a second. Check out some of these cool bikes.
Let's see if the audio is good. So what's up, people? There are four people already in the room. Welcome, guys. Here I'm with Mike, Brittan in Spain. They're just waiting for our fellows join the show.
What's up, guys?
I'm posting on YouTube, on Facebook and Twitter that we are live. For now, it's only two of us.
So yeah, maybe in a few minutes we can wait. Then I'd like to make a little intro, and maybe we can talk about. Just to make an introduction to myself, and then we can move on to a little bit of the history.
So Mike, let's see. Say something. I want to hear your voice, man. I want to make sure the audio is good.
All right, can you hear me, everybody? This is Mike Brittan, live from Spain.
Live from Spain. Here we are. Live from Spain. Here we are. Yeah, I guess the audio is good.
Cool, cool.
Who's in the room? Yeah, so that's Mike. Here we
Yo,
can see
what's
him.
up, guys? Yeah, we're doing it
And
in
this
the
is
box.
me, Guilherme. Here we are.
We're doing it again. I'm glad. I think we're waiting for a few people to show up, but like, we're trying to spread a little custom love.
Yeah, let's talk about bike, man.
I mean, I think I think a lot of people haven't realized that how long our scene has been going on. I mean, as long as the scene I've been in, it's probably been about 20 years now, close to 20 years that I've been in the scene. But it's actually gone a little way further than me. Actually, there's guys before me that could talk about it, but I guess I'll just kind of mention the last 20 years that I've been involved with it, and out here in Europe. I think this is we I just want to introduce what kind of craziness is out here. And I know you guys over there in the US are listening, so take note, you guys. There's some really good shit out here, and I want to show it to you, huh?
A completely different world, right?
That's right. It's there's a I mean, and then developing on the styles, and like where all the movements is. Today, I think I'd like to talk about the Spanish movement and all the guys that are connected in our movement. Because even when I arrived in 2006 to Barcelona, there was already a scene here. I mean, I showed up, and like on that Saturday, I went to a custom bike event. There was 50 people there. I said, "What?" 50 people already showing up in 2006 in Barcelona on the streets. Like, all right, I
That's a
mean,
lot, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was already something. It was more like store-bought bikes, but there were still a few guys making some bikes, especially kind of freak bikes or special ones, I mean, so it was a quite a natural place to land into. Barcelona was a kind of mecca, bike mecca in the south when I sort of arrived. They developed 250 kilometers of bike lanes all around Barcelona, and you could like ride. You'd never even have to take a metro. I mean, you could get across all of Barcelona in less than like 30 minutes. So like a bike, it was the way to do it around here, So like that's probably why I stuck around in Spain so long, because they were so friendly with bikes.
That's really interesting because even in Poland, we don't hear much about the bike life in Spain, or especially the custom bike life. It's quite a, like it's kind of secret. We don't get anything from there. It's weird because if you see the Polish guys, they are spreading custom bikes all over the world. You hear them, but the Spanish guys are very quiet, or the Portuguese as well. Because I know there are some good builders there.
That's right. Yeah, like Favas choppers. Yeah, Bruno,
Mm.
what's up?
Yeah, Bruno is doing great bikes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah. So we don't hear much about the Spain scene. That's weird.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to get in today. I mean, we'll get a few more people in the room. We'll start getting into it. But like, I'd really like to like. Here's the Spanish guys is showing on the pic right here. This
Oh,
is
I
oh,
think Dan is here. Alex, welcome. Welcome, Alex. Is Dan? I see the exclusive bicycle club.
yo, what's up?
Dan or Tony, Robert, Lalonde. Hello from RHL Customs. Oh, from Canada. We got some people
Oh
from
man,
Canada.
I
That's
know I
going
know
very
Robert
far.
and I know Robert Lalonde. What's up, man? You're OG, man. Oh, you got to see these guys bike, man. He's awesome, man. I'm glad you made it, man. Thanks for supporting it, man.
Yeah, I gotta see his bikes. I'm not sure if I have already. Oh, Crash Test Custom as well.
Hey, what's up, Crush Test,
Oh,
man? What's up?
Danny.
Oh, Danny
Yeah,
there, man. What's up? What's up, Danny, man? Thanks. Hey, thanks for supporting us, man. A few days ago on your
was
program.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad we're getting a little bit more people in here. We could start on something. I know we're this is our first one, so please be patient with us, you know.
Yeah, we are not pro like the
Yeah,
pedals up yet.
yeah, we're not pros yet. Yeah. Well, I watch you guys and I take notes. All right.
Yeah, they are making school. Really, great show, great show. Hey, Jelly Duck, welcome. Oh, pedaling with Paul. He's a channel's friend since the very beginning. Paul is with me.
Oh wow.
He's riding those kinds of mountain bikes, and doing cool videos. So welcome, guy. Welcome, Paul. Welcome back
Hey, what's up, Paul? Welcome.
from Florida.
That's from Florida. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
time zone. Yeah, it's probably like noon or like 1 or something there. I'm glad we're all hooking up from the U.S. too. That's cool. That's
yeah.
great. You guys are in, man. So I'm glad that some of these guys have also know quite a lot of history, especially like Robert. He knows he goes way back in the day. But like I mean, I wanted to sort of introduce like especially the guys from America because I was there for the last couple of years. I mean, I was there a year ago. I was there for like 18 months, and I came back recently here, and I really got involved with the scene in America in the last 18 months. I went to a lot of the major events in California. I mean, this is pre-pandemic, all right? So like 2019, I went down to California, hooked up with all the big events there. Went to like Cycle Fest in Sacramento. Always wanted to go up there. You know, did some building with some of the well-known builders in California. Got to meet some of the guys that only came across the net. So it's really good to kind of meet up last year in person and go to these events. I mean, 2020 sucked. We won't even talk about that,
Yeah.
but like, you know what I mean? And you know what? 2021, it doesn't have to suck. All right. We
Oh, we
can.
got another friend here, Martin AESS. Hi, Mike. Greetings from CTGS. We are watching. Great show. I'm not sure how to spell that.
Hey, dude, thanks, Martin, for showing up. This is my like local community. Sitges is where I'm at
CTGS.
in.
Ah,
Yeah,
all right. We have
I'm,
Warner for Great Britain and UK. So we got people all over the world here.
yeah, and even one guy from like my locality. So great. I mean, I love it that we got some local support. Thanks, Martin.
Morning.
I hope you find something interesting in here.
Is he a
But like,
builder as well?
no, no, like I said, it's just somebody locally here. I
Ah,
promoted
okay.
it locally. I was hoping to get some people here locally to listen to some of this custom chat, maybe introduce them into something new.
That's really cool. Yeah, greetings from Spain. That's nice, man. People all over the world. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we have quite some people
there's
here.
one from Spain actually.
Yeah. Yeah. But by the way, how is the weather? Is possible to ride some bike today or not?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we got like 16, 17 degrees, so like, that's pretty comfortable. For all you guys in America, like high 60s, So it's quite
Whoa. My cat is destroying my place. Come on. Oh, we
It's
have
happening.
Dave DeLuber. Hi, Mike. Pauline Newman. Welcome, my friend. Oh man, I'm so scared now. The cat's destroying everything. I have some bike parts behind me, and he's trying to climb up.
Oh, I gotta say hi to David Luber, huh? He's like, I could like literally call out for him. Hey, thanks, David.
Oh, he's the one behind you.
He's behind me.
Oh, we got
He's
a
getting
question
close.
from Alex Diaz. Can you read that? Alex, ask his opinion about mixed chopper old style with electric motors. If you don't lose the cool essence of the bike ride. So he's asking your opinion on what do you think about the old cool chopper bikes with some electric motors on it. What is your opinion about e-bikes, chopper e-bikes?
Well, I mean, I'm just putting in my mind what I consider like a couple of recent examples, um, like that style you're talking about. Like I could think of Kevin Hewitt's recent bike that was like a 70s chopper. I think it was also electric. I'm not sure. And then also Mark Deasy's. And I think they did really good job of bringing the old with the new. And that's totally awesome. It's like they're doing it in the car field. We're taking old cars and putting everything new underneath it, with, state of the art um, stuff with it. I mean, like that's cool if people want to take like an old style and something new on it and kind of I think that's totally an awesome idea to do it.
Did you ever try to build a e-bike, a custom e-bike?
And it's a good question. Um, I mean, build like it for like a custom order. I could think like I built a custom bike and I put an e motor on it. That's what I did.
Yeah,
So So like that for me, it was just like I just bolted on the e motor. Like I felt like I built the bike and put like an e motor on it. So I didn't specifically build an e bike. Do you understand what I mean?
okay, you made like a transformation or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah. What I mean is like I just made my bicycle, whatever I did, and then it was always going to be an e-bike, but I kind of like more of my skills and everything goes is just in the sort of bike design and me just me putting on a. I'd like to get like what I'd really like to get into is like different motivations for it. Like I like the electric bike thing, but I think we need to go like into alternative like ways to move around our thing, and I can definitely go down that rabbit hole if we want to go that way. But anyways, I think uh, electric bikes and mixing them up with old style chopper bikes. Oh yeah,
That's cool. Yeah,
bike porn.
Chumley Warner is building his e-bike with 1,500 watts motor, so it will be a very powerful bike. 1,500 is a lot of power there. Yeah, so
Yeah,
we got
and see
another
like
builders here.
yeah, I mean,
Welcome.
see like for one reason or another, I feel like 500 watts is like enough for me. But like
Welcome, Marty.
uh, I just mean like if I put like 500 watts, that would like be within the limit of where I'm, let's say legally, and and like I'm a like old school hot rodder. I mean, I went drag racing, right? So like I'm extreme when it comes down to racing part. Like I think I'd build I if it was gonna go electric motor, I'd and make it fast. I think I'd be a little bit extreme with it. Put like a 10,000 watt, motor.
That's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I want burnouts. I want burnouts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But to be street legal, we can't have more than 250. I guess in
Exactly.
Europe, so
Exactly.
it's difficult. It's very
That,
difficult. Yeah.
that's right. That's right. So yeah, well now that we got a few people in here, let's try to. Hey, I'm not sure if any of the Spanish guys are in here yet, but maybe I'd like to talk about what's going on in Spain too. You might be seeing some pictures like flow up here. I threw a lot of pictures of the Spanish scene, so like, and I want to throw out names. You probably have seen them, or you've seen them on Facebook, and you kind of passed them along, and you say, oh yeah, like David Navarro Navis. He's like probably bought every piece of merchandise in the custom cycle field. So like shout out to David. I haven't seen him in the room yet, but like shout out to David
Oh,
because like
Bruno is in the home, in the
huh?
room. Bruno is
Oh yeah,
here.
what's up? Yeah, from Favas Choppers, right? What's
Yeah,
up, Bruno?
exactly. In
Well, I'm
Portugal,
glad
from
you came by,
Portugal.
man. I mean, I am a fan of your work, man. We got to show his bikes out. They're
Yeah, we
pretty
were
damn.
talking about him before, earlier.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's really. He's a real nice style. I've been following him for a while.
If I'm not wrong, we have his bike here. But
Oh, there it
this,
is. Yeah, that's one
yeah,
of them. He's
yeah, that's
working on a new
one.
one right now. That's pretty damn awesome too. Huh? It's just in the jig right now. I think I threw it on there. It was one of my last pictures. But anyways, I think there's a Hulk bike. I just came out with it. I just thought that was kind of fun.
And this one is amazing as
Yeah,
well.
I mean I mean that's got to be uh, from Raul. Like he's got to be like one of my favorite builders of all time in the Spanish field because like I mean he loves trikes and he loves doing some crazy stuff. I mean that's like a tilt steer, so it's like that's not even steering wheel. It's just a tilt. So if you yeah, it's kind of like I mean it's awesome and the way he put it all together. I think he used it for a rough frame, and he won like a
Oh, it's
rough.
a rough frame, that one?
Yeah, it's a rough frame, right? So like he built this thing to enter a rough competition. Now there's a little bit of controversy with it. Maybe it's another day for another conversation, but somehow like he was just like he absolutely was dominating this competition with this bike. I mean, it absolutely was a show winner.
I don't
And
see the frame there. It's amazing. What a great work. Oh, I can see the logo there, but he customized it so
I
hard that it's impossible to see the rough there.
that's right. You could see the top, the mid tube. You could see he's
Yeah.
going forward. He probably had that tube in there, but I forgot what it was called.
Oh, then he's with us. He's saying that Fava Choppers has some badass bikes. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
that's right. Yeah, we definitely got to see more. And like you should see how I thought I threw it in there, but it was like something on his jig. He's got on there.
I'm not sure which one is the bike,
That,
but
I mean, it's special. This one's special. I mean, it's Francisco Flores from Mexico,
this one is
and
from Mexico.
that's right. I mean, I would say, but I like this one because of the wheels. I think the future's in like if we're going to talk about customization, I'd say the future has something to do with getting into wheels because like we've done the whole frame and everything. But that's digressing. I wanted, but one idea that we can really push to further things is like let's take the wheels. Let's like do things like this to wheels. I mean, really, we're customizers. Why are we still using spokes? I mean,
Yeah.
spokes have been here from like day one. I mean, come on.
But if I'm not wrong, I saw a picture. You have on your Facebook probably, and I saw this bike back in 2008 or 2007, and the guy built the bike all around with acrylics. So the wheel there is no spokes; it's just an acrylic wheel. It's here. It's amazing. I think you got it on your pictures, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's
From
one of my.
Germany, probably.
No, it's my bike. Yeah,
It's
Vanex.
yours.
Yeah, well, I have one. I mean, there's the red one from Germany from one of my favorite builders, Atzi Arndt, and I actually have his poster here, and I love it. I'll kind of even bring it out here. Maybe you can see it. So like you can see it.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. I saw this bike. I think in Amsterdam or in Warsaw, if I'm not wrong. But it's
That
yours, this bike?
no no. So this is from Atzi from Germany, right? And he's one
Oh
of my
yeah.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's Axie. Yeah,
So and I have because it's one of my favorite bikes. I made a poster out of it, right?
it's beautiful.
It's one of my favorite ones, and
Yeah,
I did a polycarbonate bike in 2007. I put it in there, and it's one of the bikes that it's called Vanished. It's a three-piece polycarbonate bike that I um, took to the FBI in 2007. But we won't talk about it if we don't have it, you know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's not talk. Maybe we can get. But anyways, like I said, if we're going to talk about future of custom bikes, like I said, the future. I think if people want to get in, like new starting wheels. Like let's get like totally creative on wheels. A lot of wheels, and like different ways. And it's really not that hard, really, you guys. Really.
Yeah, there are a lot of this, a lot of possibilities. I think yeah, it's a good point to start. We have a lot of questions in the chat.
All right.
Yeah, I remember yours. It was a Dryzine, right? I don't know exactly what Dryzine. Can you read the chat there?
Yeah, I'm reading it. It says,
Yeah. Alex Diaz, which country have potential not explored still to develop chopper bicycles on your opinion? Then we have Paul. I love the idea of custom wheels, spokes, or something that can be tensionate. Makes sense, but with newer metalworks skills would be amazing. Yeah, yeah. To mine. Yeah. So you got the questions there.
um, I think there's like a few options. I mean, I thought every material, and I've seen every particular material, aluminum, wood. I mean, there was a period like 20 years ago when I even got into the custom bike movement. There was a guy making billet wheels, man. When I got in, they were making custom billet. This is like 20 years ago when I was just getting in. So there was even like these guys doing it. I mean, it's totally expensive, and he totally went broke because he overestimated it, whatever. But like there, that was 20 years ago, and he somehow sold maybe several hundred sets that are still around. They're probably mostly in Europe now, but like he had all these sets of. I think Sam McKay from Firebikes, he still does some custom wheels, and he sets them up. But like I said, there were people doing aluminum. I did it in 2007. I did them out of polycarbonate. I used three-piece polycarbonate, and I thought there's some potential for polycarbonate wheels. I think they have some good effects that need to be explored. Really, you can go down the road. It doesn't have to just be clear ones. It could be patterned. You can visually use it. It's great with lights. It makes really nice light effects with polycarbonate.
But it's very fragile, right?
No,
No.
extremely strong. I don't know if you've seen some of the West Coast customs. They did one car like, with a big motor in it when put polycarbonate wheels on it. So it's like you can make them thick and thicker, but no, they're not fragile. They're not even brittle. They're pretty tough. They might be even a little bit heavy, but like for custom,
I have a completely wrong idea then. Yeah. That's for sure. Look,
if you can roll some of the pictures, maybe we can talk about some of the other stuff that's.
Oh yeah, I got some cool stuff here.
All right, like Angel right here, like that's just probably one of my favorite bikes recently. Now look how awesome this bike is. It's got like a sidecar on it. I mean, he's like custom frame. I mean, he totally did. This guy from Spain. Right?
Oh, he's from Spain, right?
Yeah, he's called El Maldito.
La Maldita.
Yeah, El Maldito, no,
La,
La Maldito,
La
El Maldito.
Maldita. Yeah,
So
like the
that he,
cursed.
yeah, I mean, this is one of my favorite like stuff that's come out in the last. That was like a pandemia maker, like that come out of the pandemia, you know. So shout out to Uncle, what's up, man? Awesome bike, man.
Who?
You got another bike there?
Yeah, yeah. I got a nice one. This
Oh,
one
that's
is
Busy Bonson. Yeah, hey, what's up, man? That was a cool
five
double.
wheels. This one, right?
Yeah, just a double wheel rear one. Yeah, he done really good rear wheel ones. Um, you know.
That's a very nice bike, and I think this one is Bruno's again.
Yeah, that's Bruno's. Yeah, from Favas. I mean, awesome
This
stuff,
bike's
right?
brutal, man.
Brutal style. Yes, cool stuff,
Should,
man.
and it's electric, right? I see. Yeah, I see them. The front
The
hub.
hub. Yeah, the hub motor in the front. Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun. And some crazy bikes. Oh, this one you won't get thirsty on this one ever. You got your own party going on.
Yeah, that's from Bass. I call him Boston from Boston from the Chop Shop in Slovenia.
Oh, Slovenia.
Yeah, Slovenia. And I met him about a decade ago, and he went to the FBI, and he made this bike quite a few years ago. And he's a custom builder. And he got into trikes and stuff. I'd say I got him into trikes. You can tell him, "Hey, what's up, boss?"
Very nice bike. We don't. Oh, that one is.
Yeah,
Something.
Andre from Germany. Yeah, I mean, I did an article on him a couple of years ago, and this article was about like that's a rough bike. I think it's a rough Tango, and he stretched it, and like he rear stretched it, put his big motor he could get it in it, and run a really high voltage system that lasted 20 seconds or something, right?
Ah, okay.
He put all the power in for I don't know, I think it was talking hundreds of volts, and it would last seconds, right? But like he would get through the quarter mile in like 15 seconds. That's like respectable.
Yeah.
I mean
That looks insane.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And we had we chatted. I wrote a pretty long article about all the kind of detail that he went into, and he was very meticulous about all the things and what he did about but it was because he used a rough Tango frame and stretched it. I thought that was a cool look. So if anybody thought about cool looks of the future, that's a one.
Yeah.
I like that. Stretch.
Oh, we definitely should talk about the future of the custom bikes. Yeah.
Well, I'd love to talk a little bit about past, especially because I don't know. I think the guys are calling from America. They haven't seen. They don't really know things like the FBI or even because it happened between sort of 2001 and 2011. We had everybody from around the world. They all came to Europe and mainly Amsterdam, and the FBI would have this show, and it was kind of the kind of real energy that brought back custom bikes to the world again. It kind of disappeared in the 90s, a little bit of lowrider culture sort of keeping it going, but there was no custom lowride. There was no stretch cruisers and even the freak bikes, they were everything was just on the fringes. So in Europe, Ralph Van Houtsen from the Chopper Dome, he started up a shop that became the sort of mecca for custom bikes, and it was something. And he also was very, very good at organizing events, and he organized the FBI. He called it the FBI, and he organized it between I think about 2002 and 2011. And it caught traction because it was pretty much the only international event in the world, and because Ralph kept contact with everybody from around the world, and ended up going to Ralph's event. So for quite a few years, quite a lot of Americans, we'd get Americans and Canadians and guys from outside the EU, and we were quite impressed. And we'd have about, I think at its height there would be about 600 or 700 people I mean, we don't see, but like we're talking about, in 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we're talking about 600 or 700 people where it was pre-Facebook days. And like we met on forums and like message forums and, things like this. And like we even talk about all these things, but like how it's
I think they
developed.
were advertising on such a small magazine. You remember those small magazine made in Germany? I think that was the only way they were advertising that.
Well, the customized, they still
Yeah,
have it.
exactly.
Yeah, customized. It's still being run, and he um, um, has a couple of pages dedicated to the custom bike scene. I know he's been doing it. Over the years, over the last 20 years, there's probably been there's several attempts to like make a magazine or online magazine. I think that was a recent one. Someone did online magazine for about a year before it went belly up, and so like this kind of stuff like podcasting, I really think it's cool to kind of bring us all back together and get like kind of knowing about what's going on and maybe your own part of the world or anything like this. So maybe, we can all kind of share this way rather than trying to like all invest in with print and like newsletters. And because, I mean, we do this for fun, right, buddy?
Yeah.
It's not for
It's not for
full-time
money. Definitely for fun.
Yeah. We're just doing for fun, you guys. So, anyways, I hope you might find this kind of informative. So, what other pictures we got here? Let's talk about some custom bikes. I'd love to talk about.
Yeah, you can just follow up the message in the chat. There's some messages for you there. Bruno.
I mean, I can't move the chat up or down. I just follow.
I will put a bit up. Yeah, but I think there is not many questions. Yeah, indeed. We have Paul talking about the polycarbonate pedals and parts that are good. And Robert is also saying to keep an eye for some new RHL creation in 2021. Bruno,
really?
thanking us.
I hope I see Robert's new creations. I know he's hooked up his. I've been following his workshop, man.
Where is Robert?
Badass workshop, man.
Where is Robert located?
He's in Canada.
Oh, yeah. Canada, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's built like a massive workshop, and he's like super skilled and like awesome builder. Oh God, man! If he comes out with something new, man, he's one of my favorite things. Favorite guys to follow. He hasn't brought out a bike in quite a few years, but I think he's getting back into it now, man. I'm glad to see you're back, Robert.
That's nice. I don't know if Dan still in the show. We can just talk about the pedals up. Great show.
What's up? Yeah, Danny's son. I hope you see it. Thanks for letting us on and promoting our show this today.
Danny and Tony for great support this week. Yeah, he's still here. So for those who doesn't know yet, Danny is running a very nice show every Thursday. So I got the banner here. I'll keep it a bit, and you should turn this show, guys, because they're amazing. It's like a professional TV show.
And you guys, you really have it all kind of put together and organized in a way, and your shout outs and like your schedules, and let everybody, you felt like I went to you guys to kind of see what's going on, and like, you guys were kind of keeping it all together there. That, I mean, that's what we need, man. We need more people to sort of keep it together and let people know what's going on, and some forum that we could talk about. I mean, it's so cool that you guys are sending messages while we're chatting. Like, what else we're going to do right now, man? We're all kind of locked up. We can't go anywhere. Let's talk about bikes, Let's talk about our scene. Let's talk about, like, crazy things. Like, man, I got some, shit we could talk about, and I'm hoping we can get some replies on it. I mean, I'd love to talk about custom design and art and where we can go in the future with all these things. I mean, one thing, like, I'd like to have a whole session one day totally on what I saw at Burning Man. I tell you what, when it comes to bikes and the future of custom bikes and where we could go and explore, like even size doesn't matter anymore. You know, we're talking about like something you might need a full size truck to bring in, or in 3 trucks. So I mean, just think that kind of idea of where Burning Man goes with kind of things. You know, if we're thinking about future of like how far we can go with it, we've got to go to places that, you know, are out of this world. And I tell you, Burning Man is one of those places, and like everybody has to go there with a bicycle. So there's like 85,000 bicycles there.
It's
All right.
amazing.
And everybody wants to have something special about their bike. So everybody technically wants to be like a custom bike, right? So I mean, it's they're like so warm to it. Even just the regular people. Yeah. Yes, and next year they're opening to 100 grand, 100,000 people, right? I mean, I was there the last, so like it's, you know, it's not easy to get there. But I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about it in another chat, because that. But I'm just saying, for if we're still talking about,
we can make one night only about the Burning Man. We got some questions for you in the chat. Take a look there.
All right.
Bruno. Yeah, France has some nice builds. France has some red builds too, definitely. Mike is ONG, the more bikes talks, the better. Definitely, Danny. And you are doing a great show, man.
That's right, dude. I heard you too, man. I heard you the other night just saying, like, just keep, like, let's all just keep talking about bikes right now. We're all sitting around. We might as well, like, I mean, we got like 7 days a week. Come on, there's still 5 more days in here. You guys, really, you know? And, you know, there's like 24 hours in a day. So, like, we could all have a little show.
Yeah. We got some funny questions for you from Alex. Can you see there? Have you received some extraordinary order from Arabian countries or else?
Or else.
Or else? Where else?
I don't know if I understood that correctly, but no, I haven't. I don't think we've attracted their attention yet. I think we're still so underground, you know, that people are not coming, you know. But who knows? Maybe one day, like when we become into like the luxury field, like when people start considering our stuff like art, you know, that's where like the big crazy money is gonna be. Right now, we're just kind of like above, you know, like glorified, you know, bike guys. You know, we're still not even into like, you know, decent wages for it yet. Yeah.
That's for sure. South Carolina is here as well with Lil Fiedler. Perhaps you know him. How's the box truck coming along? That's going to be the new shop in Spain.
Well, I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, we're in the box truck right now. I don't know if you can see it, but like I'm in the corner of the box truck. I think I maybe can adjust, and I'm sitting
that
on.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, I might have to, but I don't know if we should do this too much, but like
I don't want to lose you.
yeah, it's just kind of like.
Yeah, you can build bikes there easily.
Yeah, that's my work table. Actually, I have a work table there. I have my tube bender in there too. Yeah, it's still work in progress. I'm still working on. I'm setting up my solar panel system right now. It's gonna have like mega power. You know, I want to like weld in here, man. You know, like all day on solar power.
That would be cool. I don't know how to gonna weld inside that box, but you need a lot of ventilation there.
Oh, I got a lot. I got like 8 windows in here.
Oh,
oh yeah, there's
that's
definitely
cool. That's cool.
And a big door. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna make it. So we can expect some new bikes soon. What is this build about? You sent me this picture. I'm not sure what's this build.
All right,
about.
yeah. So like, all right, so yeah, let's talk some bikes about like some of those pictures, because like that's what's really cool. I want to like talk about some other guys here about bikes. I could definitely talk about my bikes all day, but I'd rather talk about other people's bikes.
Yeah, and
And
we
like,
gotta
for-
before we go there. Danny
yeah,
would like to know what kind of music do you like listen when you are working?
yeah, yeah. Classical. Ah!
And rock and roll. Yeah. So let's go for
No,
the
when I'm working, it's strictly rock and roll. I mean, it's got to be even like hard rock. I could do. I mean, anything rock. But like when any other time, I'm pretty much open for any kind of music. But like when I'm working, like to pump me up, it's rock. It's me like it gets me moving, and that's why I use that kind of music, and it kind of moves my ass. But like any other music, any other time, I'm appreciated to music. I like it all.
Yeah, cool man. You got some solars here.
Yeah, so everybody like that's my. Oh wait, can I go back to those solar panels
Sorry.
again?
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm building right now. All right, that's gonna go on the roof of my car, of my truck. There's 16 panels there. All right, that's like 1.6 kilowatts of power. Right. So like I'm using my whole roof as a kind of solar shade or solar umbrella, and I to tell you the truth, I only need that first row. Really, those first four. That's all I really need from living or using them. 16 is ridiculous. So I don't know. You know, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with that power. You
We got
know,
our neighbors, right?
yeah. I mean, you know, we could lend it out. You know,
Yeah.
people probably need some power. You know, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make power. Portable power station.
Cool. And who's that bike?
Yeah, that's my beast. So it's like probably I built that thing in 2006. It's probably one of my more well-known bikes that I've built, and it was like over 3 meters long, and it had a
Oh.
300 millimeter tire on the back. And Robert Lalonde, if he's still on there, yeah, that's right, Robert. Yeah, metal. I know you like because we all like the same shit. I remember we're all hanging out together. We're like
Very nice bike, man. Is the one you have in the poster behind you? No, it's not the same.
Well, that guy, yeah, that guy.
No, but the bike's another one.
I mean, yeah, that's the Scorp. I mean, I've got a few other bikes. I mean, if you go through the pictures, maybe I can like show you some of the other ones that because I'm sure I thought I put something in there. So that was my original shop in Barcelona, and like 2 blocks from the beach. So I started that in 2006. This shop, and it was probably one of the first custom bike shops, other than Ralph's, in the world. So it was just one of the first. We were like one of the first few, probably like 3 custom bike shops in the world. And there's one right here.
We never heard about it in Poland. Or
Well, I mean, it's the history. I mean, it's like not a lot of people from that time are still around, right? So I'm hoping like to shed some light like about where our movement came from, and and shed some light. There's still some good guys out there, and like I'm hoping that we can spread that love and like introduce it to America because we got some really good talent out here in Europe,
do you still have that bike? The one
Which
in the
one?
top. Do you still ride in that bike?
It's somewhere, I mean, I've kind of like I'm philosophical with my possessions. They kind of stay with me because they want to stay with me, and they go when they want to go. They're never mine. Now, I don't own anything. It's that kind of attitude I feel, because otherwise I'd really lose it if I tried to keep everything I made. I made a lot of things. Sometimes I just have to give it away or as a gift or whatever, because I'd end up with just too much stuff.
Yeah, and you have no place to keep it then.
That's right, yeah. And sometimes some stuff get lost, and sometimes they get stolen, or sometimes they get, whatever. So like all the history of my bikes have some kind of story, and they're still living probably somewhere,
Really cool, man.
So
Let
you
me
got
try to find you all the pictures.
Yeah, John Brain, that's Gary Sharon, John Brain. We were kind of like, this is all OBC. That's Eric right there. He passed a few months ago. I would like that. We were all friends there.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I got the pictures right here now. So this is back in 2006. This one?
What? Which one?
When this picture was taken?
Oh no, this is not 2000. This is OBC.
Ah,
This is
OBC. All right.
this is Vegas. So
Uh-huh.
like this is much more. I think this is about 2015. This is probably my first OBC. So after FBI didn't stop. They just kind of rebranded it and called it CSI.
CSI,
They
yeah.
still do it. They still do it every year. I mean, it still gets a couple of hundred people. It's still like, I mean, the scene in Europe is really established, and there's regularly people with hundreds of people on these rides. And like America is also getting to that level where they just throw a ride and there's a couple hundred people, even on the local level. So it is a pretty cool.
I've been in CSI in 2016. It was great. It was really nice. It was really cool. And where is this one? What's going on in this picture?
Yeah, so that's OBC. There's a few guys recognizable if people could see them. It would see Randy Blackledge, Eric Hannon. I think you see there.
I see a lot of cool bikes there.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh, of course, man. We want to be around that shit, man. That's why we go to these places, man. This is kind of like our paradise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the custom bikes, man.
I dream to go there, man.
You should. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason why there is no comparison. We're looking at pictures on the internet, you guys. You guys have to go to these events, really. It's not the same. You can't just say like, "Oh, I've seen it." That's why I'm not like a big fan of like internet competitions. I really it just does my head in. We gotta have like you gotta see bikes in person to really see the detail, the work, the whatever. You just kind of miss it out when you're not there.
And you gotta start building your own bike. Then you're gonna understand why we are so crazy about bikes as well.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, you want to still be. I mean, custom bikes. I mean, if you want, I guess I want to make a little bit introduction about like what kind of custom bikes are. I know I've noticed a couple of people that don't know about custom bikes that enter the room, and I think if we're gonna say what custom bikes are, I think we've kind of grown an umbrella of what we like. I guess we could loop in everything like lowriders and stretches and freak bikes and gravity bikes and cruisers and we could make all kinds of names up. Maybe we call it custom bikes. I mean that's how I kind of looked at it. And whatever style we call it. But like it's probably the more unique end of the bicycles. Like so if you're into bicycles and you're listening to this and you want to kind of understand what custom bikes are, I think you'd kind of look at it in a way that it's more like if you're comparing it to motorcycles, they were a little bit more stylish, like Harley Davidsons, and they were more about style than they are necessarily about form or function, even though a lot of these bikes perform just like, but they're not worried about the lightest pedals or the most performing wheels. I mean, so it's I would say like, so the custom bike movement moves, it's a kind of idea to be unique in every sort of aspect of a bike. So I think that's what we're trying to do, is we're just trying to be unique with bicycles.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Talking about the unique bicycles, Alex Diaz is asking Chinese bikes with a touch of custom less choppers, it rocks or sucks?
Well, I mean, like, what are we saying that sucks? That it's coming from China, or that it's kind of like a copy of a copy or something? I mean, I love McCargy, for example. I started off with McCargy. As a matter of fact, those bikes are made out of McCargies,
Mm-hmm.
right? I cut up a shitload of McCargies to make those bikes. All right, so they make good custom bike fodder. All right, so anyways, there's a use for those bikes, but I think they're awesome. Like McCargy gave me the in. All right, when I met up with these guys 20 years ago, and I bought some bikes for them and brought them to Europe, because that's what I did. About like, a few hundred bikes, and started up, spreading it all over Europe 20 years ago to try to start some kind of movement here. And when I brought those bikes, when I first saw it, I never even thought there was like those kind of bikes. When I saw it first time, I saw it in some kind of swap meet in Orange County in Southern California, and I saw it, and it was shining, and this like Korean guy was selling it, and it was probably 2001 or something like this, and I was like, he didn't look like a bike guy. He looked like a Korean salesman, like with the newest, like whatever was selling, he would sell it, and he did. Like, I asked him 3 questions, he didn't even understand what I was talking about. He wasn't even a bike guy, and here he had the coolest bike in the world. I mean, these stretch McCargies, they came all painted and shiny and chrome, and oh man, they rode like a Cadillac. Man, sign me up for 100, man. That's what I did, and I said, okay, I'm bringing these to Europe, and that's what happened with kind of and I think that influenced kind of the styling as well, because then there was a bunch of stretch bikes. I didn't get any other bikes except long stretch McCargy dyno type looking bikes, and I guess that's where I kind of gravitated, was to kind of that. So my style was probably influenced by the long, low look of these original McCargies, and then trying to expand every line outward from these kind of like cheap replicas, but like, you can't fault them though. They still here. They're like, I've been doing business with them for 20 years,
Yeah.
man. Like, you can't fault them. There's probably nobody in our custom bike field that's been here for 20 years. Nobody I know who's had a business and dealing this with parts for 20 years. So like, McCarthy's like,
They are here to stay.
and the Chinese do better. They do better copies. I mean, I personally think, like, it might be controversial, but I say, like, we build these bikes for fun. We build them to sell them. It's great. We have the OG, frames. People within our movement, they're always going to be a market for our personal artisan work, right? But like, if you want to make money, take it to China. Give them your patent. I sent 10 years ago. I sent a proposal, a 10-page proposal. I think probably even longer than that. I like all the photos I put in there. I told McCargy that I would give them all my designs for free. All right, and at that moment, I wanted, like I said, here option. You can have all. I said, please don't copy other people's design and screw up the design. Let's just get it right the first time. You don't have to change it up. Here's my designs for free. If we can, I got a lot of designs that we could turn into bicycles. And I thought, like, in my head, that it would be cheaper for me to reproduce and sell my own bike if I had China doing it for me. Right, so like, economically, if I thought about like selling 1,000 bikes, I didn't think about selling 10 bikes. The 10 bikes I could make myself, but like, if you want to start going to 1,000 bikes and you want to spread it that big, like McCarthy, man, they got like hundreds of distributors, and anyways, everybody should be knocking down McCarthy's doors and say, make my friend too.
Yeah. And what was their answer?
Oh, I never got it. It was too early. I mean, I went 10 years. 10 years later, they signed some deal with some of the guys I know locally. They were supposed to come out. That hasn't come out yet. I don't know. That got delayed because of COVID and things like that. But like, yeah, I mean, I talked to her like some years later, and she said, like, it wasn't time for us, but like right now, it's totally the time. And like, people, like, if you're going to make bicycles, right? I mean, are we going to bring manufacturing back to America? I mean, when it comes to bicycles, I mean, it's done for us. We're not like going to try to bring it back unless we're going to do it in the kind of artisan way, right? Unless we're trying to do it like in artistic and like unless I feel like the future we're only going to be pitching our product. We're going to be in a good position, builders. We're going to be all right because we're going, but our clients are going to be from the east. You'll see
Yeah.
that. There it's going to be those are the guys that we're going to be pitching to in the future, right? So Chinese bikes and sending out there and making like the best, coolest bikes ever. Just go down that road, but I think our customers are going to change.
Let me see. We got a message. I cannot read that, so I'm sorry, David. I'm not sure what he's saying.
Can you pull out some more photos so we can I could sort of introduce some of the Euro scene to. I mean, that's a Spanish scene. We had House on Wheels for 3 straight years here, and there was probably outside of Amsterdam, it was the largest international bike event, and I hosted it here in Barcelona, and it was like over 5 days or 4 days, 4 or 5 days, but it was a Halloween thing, and it was legendary. We could probably spend a whole show talking about the three events there, and we had Russians and Americans and Canadians and it was good. It was a good show.
Great, Evan. And this one?
Yeah, I mean that's the same show too.
Oh, the same.
Yeah, it's the same show. That's Sick Nick right behind me. Nick Loco from Local Cycles. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Local Cycles. He's right there behind me. He's riding it. He came all the way from New York. He's probably been to Barcelona about 4 or 5 times. And he came for those events. He came every year. He'd go to Amsterdam.
Flying these bikes should be very difficult. How you bring them in the airplane?
I think Sick Nick and myself are probably the biggest experts on how to take trikes. Not bicycles.
How did you do that?
Tricycles.
How is possible?
We could write a book. I tell you, if Sick Nick comes on and sees this video, I hope he tells about that guy. I've seen him squeeze some of the biggest. I think he squeezed a trike into his suitcase. I don't even think he had a ball. I forget. You got to tell me, Nick. But that first trike he bought in 2006, he brought loads of shit in his suitcase, and I think it was a bike frame. But he bought a trike from America, man.
No way.
An air ride one that it was bouncing up and down and everything. So it was no small little beast either.
Must cost a lot.
No, we get away with it too. There's certain limits that we can go. We'll talk about that one day. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
we want guys. I really want to talk about it seriously. How to get over from the United States, all right? And everybody, we need to get some of you guys over here too. I mean, really, come to Amsterdam, come to Barcelona, man. Really, we're gonna have to do one of those shows again because you are gonna flip out. You're gonna love it. Beach ride, oh man. Anyways. We need to show you guys how easy, how you can get your bikes over, because really that's the way to do it. Bring your bike, bring your special bike, bring it to Europe. I've done it like a dozen times already. Sometimes I had problems and sometimes I didn't, and I've learned a few things. So hopefully we can have a session one time where
just talking about it. Yeah, we have let's say 2 minutes, and last message, Robert, for you. Hope we get right our creations together someday, my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Robert, man. I appreciate that. That's I'm so happy to see you in the room and leave us a message, man. And I do help. We do ride sometime. I'd like to meet you one day. You're one of those guys I'd like to meet.
Yeah, cool. And just to inform people, because we have 1 minute. And the live will be in the playlist, and it will be very nice to hear what you would like to know, what do you want us talking about the European scene, what Mike knows. So just let the comment in the comments below, and the next show we can talk about specific things you would like to hear.
Yeah,
right, Mike?
bring out the questions and everything. I've got a few questions. I got so many things I could spend all day. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we have to think about the time. Maybe we'll talk about that. But anyways, yeah, it's been a good one, and I appreciate that you guys come in for our first one that we're doing. And it seemed to be all right, and maybe we need to start the conversation. Let's talk, you guys. Thanks for coming. Let's unite, talk about bikes.
Yeah, I will try. At least I don't know for the next weekend, but perhaps we can have another one in the call, like three window, like three people talking. Maybe cool as well. Maybe Danny would like to take part if he got some time, or any other builder. I don't know. We got a lot of people here. We can invite anyone.
I mean, if Matt Carter comes on one time,
yeah,
we definitely need to talk with Matt Carter about Burning Man, and he's also like the freak bike man, right? So like, I hope Matt Carter, I hope you'd come on with us and talk about Burning Man and freak bikes. All right, buddy?
Yeah, all right, that would be cool. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Mike, for putting the pictures together, putting the show together. So see you next weekend. Thank you everyone. And your last message, Mike.
Yes, hey everybody, I'm glad we're doing this. I think, just starting this thing off and just feeling it out, and you guys tell me what you think. I mean, what you'd like to hear from me. Would you like me to talk more about design? Would you like me to talk more about the history of where the Euro scene? Would you like me to show you off some more Euro bikes? Or would you like a little bit of everything, Just let me know and in the comments, and we'll check it out and we'll take your advice, huh? So see you guys next week, all right, man?
See you. Bye.
Bye. Whew. Are we off?
came out and begged me to come. I wonder what I am chasing. It's not even fun anymore. I should bail and run through the door, but something's holding me back. You feed my ego, together we go. Talking dirty, playing cheap. make a move with a twist to the rendezvous.